one for Mac Mondays, Slate 2.
Yeah, so I don't know. It's gonna be a busy week, friend. It's for sure gonna be a busy week.
What you got going on?
But Mac Mondays, I wanna talk Mac Mondays
Let's do it.
to the people. Some things that's been on my mind, and I wanna talk about how, your circle is not always gonna be the one to feed you, right?
That's right.
That's right. So most of us really don't work for our friends and our families. We work for other people, right?
Mm-hmm.
So how can we expect when we're trying to start something for our people to only be the ones to feed us and lead us to where we need to go? We need to start looking outside to get what we need to feed us, right?
Come on now.
Not preach, come on. Sometimes you actually have to look at who's around you too, because sometimes your circle ain't the ones that's gonna get you to where you need to get to. So I just wanted to say that to y'all, just in case you needed that, because we need each other and others to get ahead. Okay?
Save again for the people in the back. Okay.
But yeah, so I just wanted to touch on that because we have to expand our resources in order to expand our pockets.
Yes.
And it's just that simple. If you're not doing that, then you really tapping into, you're gonna dry out your own water in your own well. So I just want to tell you, if you haven't heard it before, you're hearing it now. And you might know this, but now I'm telling you again that you need to reach outside and go outside your circle to reach the goals that you really want to get to, okay?
But friend, how do you get outside of your circle?
That's a good question. How you get outside your circle? You get outside your circle by getting outside. They say they outside, but they ain't back outside for real. You have to get outside your circle and do different things. Travel, okay? Talk to new people. Don't be stingy with your time. Well, be stingy with your time, but don't be stingy with your giving, right? We can give in multiple ways, and sometimes it comes in time, sometimes it comes monetary, sometimes it comes, in just presence. And you can't let people soak up your presence, and you have to make sure that you're around people who are gonna feed you as you feed them. Mm-hmm. And if you're not doing that, something is wrong,
How do you know they're not feeding you?
When your energy is drained. Drained energy is not good energy. Ding, 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 ding. Drained energy is not good energy. If it's not feeding you, if it's feeding you, you'll know you're being fed. If you not being fed, you'll feel starved when you leave anybody's presence, okay? And you have to feel fed every time you're around somebody. If they're not giving you what you need to go seek that somewhere else, okay? Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I personally don't waste my time around people that are gonna drain me, that are gonna make me feel uncomfortable, that are not gonna give me what I need to be given or feel like I need to be given. I'll come quietly and sit in the room in silence.
But that's like friendships, family, relationships, work relationships.
Mm-hmm.
That's everything.
That's everything. Yeah, no, it's family will drain the shit out of you. Okay, so just because they're your family, you can love them, but you gotta love them from over there. Okay, I got plenty of family that I'm like, I'm gonna love you from over here, baby. It's okay. Friendships too. I got friends that I categorize. I hang out with them for certain things, and that is fine. Don't feel bad.
It's important.
Yes, and don't feel bad for separating your friends in different categories, because every friend is not gonna feed you the way you need to be fed, especially when you're trying to reach your goals. When you're trying to reach your goals, every friendship that you have is not a friend that's gonna put you in a position to get to where you need to get to. Like LeBron did, he surrounded himself with his people that he needed that was gonna take him to the level. He gave them a task. If they could do their task, they got the job. If you can't do the task, you out of there.
Exactly.
So, and you can be my friend that I hang out with on the weekends. We go party, kiki, hee hee, ha ha. But when it comes to my business and what I'm doing, I can't always have every friend involved or around, and that's okay. And as a friend, sometimes I know I'm not the friend that you're gonna call to be involved and around. I might not be on that page with you, right? But that also goes into like having friends at different levels. I have friends at all levels of life. I got broke friends, rich friends, wild friends, quiet friends, white friends, black friends, Asian friends, all the friends that you can have. You're supposed to surround yourself with all of those people, because everybody, although have come from different backgrounds and different experiences, can add value to your life in a different way. So it's about getting outside your circle, that immediate circle. Now, I'm not saying dish your friends and not be friends with them. All I'm saying is get outside of that immediate circle to find more. Because if you haven't gotten it from that immediate circle by now, you're not gonna get it from them right now.
Yeah.
So go outside your circle to find what you need. I got plenty of friends, entrepreneurs, professionals, all of that, and I'm all of them.
Yep.
So when I'm working in those aspects in that realm, I know who I'm gonna call on for certain things. I'm not gonna call somebody who is not in education to talk to me about higher education, but I might get your opinion on what you think the system and how the system is working, but that doesn't mean I'm gonna add what you're giving me into how I practice what I'm doing, right?
Exactly.
So it's about surrounding yourself with the people who are gonna get you to where you need to get to. Growth, okay? Because if I'm want to be a billionaire, Billy, if I want to be a Billy, if I want to be a Billy, I need to start talking to people who are thousandaires and then millionaires and then level up every time I am having a conversation and getting that knowledge and energy from them.
Getting uncomfortable becomes comfortable. Okay.
Yes, because sometimes you're going to feel like a fraud when you're in some of them rooms.
Yes.
But you need to know that imposter syndrome is real, yes, but you got it. And if you're prepared, you can always get to where you need to get to when your name is called, okay? It's not going to come tomorrow. It's not going to come when you want it. It's going to come when it's supposed to come. And when it does come, you need to be ready. And that's all I'm saying.
What's yours is yours.
What's yours is yours, and what isn't, you're gonna get rejected from. Or you might try it and then it might not happen,
Rejection is good sometimes.
Rejection is great. Rejection is great because it puts your foot on your neck a little bit.
Yes.
So when you get rejected, even if you are involved with something that you are passionate about and that you can do, you keep going. Keep going until you can perfect your craft and get to where you need to get to. No one starts off as what is it called when you are expert? No one starts off as an expert. Everyone starts off as a novice. Everyone starts out with minimal experience, and it's all about what you put in to get to where you need to get to. So the work don't come easy. So what makes you think your goal's gonna come easy? So that's really just how
the easier it comes, the easier it can go too.
Yes, and that's why you should always be perfecting your craft. If you're good at something and you're doing something, you should always be practicing to get better because you haven't reached, the top level of where you need to be. It always is gonna take you doing a little more, getting a little uncomfortable, doing it a little differently, trying some new equipment. Every time you buy something new, you gotta figure out how it works.
Yes.
So every time you're trying to do something new, it's gonna take try after try and tribulation after tribulation and failure after failure. And sometimes you're gonna stop, but you need to get up and keep on going. That's all that I'm saying. That's all that I'm saying. So yes, expand your resources. You expand your pockets, like I said before. Get outside of their comfortability, which is your friends and your family. Because although your friends and family can start you and help you and support you, they're not the ones that's gonna fill your pockets. And there's a difference between being full and fed. So if I'm being fed, I'm gonna be satisfied just because I'm being fed. When I'm full, I have abundance.
Yes.
So, and where you wanna get to is having abundance. And that's gonna come outside of your immediate resources, right? So we don't start out working some people are blessed enough to work for their friends and their family. And I'm not one of those people, but most of the time we get our bread and butter from and where we get fed from is from others, right? And if you are blessed enough to work with your friends and family, know that they had to work for somebody else because you got to be led in order to become a leader, right? You have to be teachable in order to teach. You don't know everything when it comes to a certain thing. So just understand that it takes a lot of patience. It takes discipline. It takes action, right? So preparation, patience, action, all of those things can help you reach the goals that you really want to reach.
Which is being full.
To be full, to have the abundance for sure.
Yes.
Yeah. So it is Mac Mondays, and I just want to give you a little taste of that.